welcome to a wonderful atmosphere which will not be dampened by the steady rain overhead. It is a wet day, but this should be a wonderful game. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. This is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
So we're up and running. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I really like the look of this guy, Foden, who to me is a player who has a bit of everything. An eye for goal, quick feet, great vision, and a willingness to take on his defensive duties when required. Although he's probably best deployed out on the right, where his best attacks seem to emanate.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Aina, Bassi, Torunariga, Iwobi, played towards the front line, he steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Kane, and here's Gordon, and it's Hall. Bellingham, and here's Kane, makes the interception. Hall. Rice, and it's lofted through here. And it's Kane. Kane played out towards the right wing. Colwill. Played towards the other side. Foden! Oh, they could be caught out here. In by James. That's really well manoeuvred. And they can counter here. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Aina. Bellingham does really well to win the ball there. Bassi. Aina. Iwobi. Aina. And it's Iwobi. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Foden, James, Foden, James, Iwobi, Aina, Bassi shifted upfield. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. England starting the game with good energy, looking to take control of proceedings if they can. Hall.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case...
Osimhen! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And here's Foden. And it's James. Lovely feet. Jordan Henderson knocks it out wide. Could move up a gear here. And it's played forward. It's been slipped through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. James. Now it's Foden. James crosses. Samuel tries to clear.
England really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green.
Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Chukwueze. Samuel. Aim forwards. Oh, played through for the wide man. Keeper has taken decisive action. And that has been cleared. Foden. Foden. Well, played right into his path. Shot at goal! Goal, England! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
England have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Moved on forwards. Osimhen. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here... Osimhen! Straight at the keeper.
Well, he was always going to be set like that, the keeper, and he didn't have the composure to avoid him.
Now can he... He's had a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Tries a shot! And again! Belling. Foden. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Aina. Bassi. Bellingham. Colwill. Jordan Henderson. Foden. Foden played out to the left flank. It will be. Bassi. Aim forwards. Aina. It will be. And here's Osimhen. Osimhen! He's done very well to get to that.
Osimhen is offering a right smile there.
They've played it short, and it's Osei Samuel. It will be, and here's Chukwueze! Rice with a fine tackle. Strong running down that left flank. And back to the goalkeeper. Ndidi. Long ball looking to counter. Colwill. And that's been won straight back. Foden. Now it's Osimhen. Chukwueze. Iwobi. Iwobi, gently done. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Picks it up out wide. Up he goes! Couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Colwill. James. Colwill. James. Jordan Henderson. And it's played forward. Colwill. Rice forwards and with intent. Jordan Henderson. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Iwobi shifted upfield. Gehi clears it away. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, some tackle that. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Now it's Chukwueze. Now it's Osimhen. Chukwueze. Chukwueze, gently done. And he shoots! James. Bellingham. Moved on forwards. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Ndidi. And it's Iwobi. Now it's Kane. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Ndidi. And it's played forward. James. Oh, that's nice. Bellingham. The ball is loose and the chase is on. It's Kane! It's fallen kindly here. Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Foden clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Osimhen is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bellingham. Nigeria are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Rice. Hall. Hall chooses to go cross-field. Clearly not happy with that. Gehi. Jordan Henderson. And here's Kane. Aina. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well timed, excellent interception. And he thumps it clear. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's James. Bellingham. That is lovely. And here's Foden. Jordan Henderson. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham plays it in. He's clearly asking too much with that. Hall gets across to intercept that. Bellingham. Gehi, aim forwards. Gordon, spread out to the left. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Henderson cuts out the pass. Kane. And he's found a way past. Gordon! Magnificent! He's got himself an absolute peach. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
England are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Bassi forwards and with intent. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Kane. Gordon. Always onto this. It's Kane! Danger averted for now. What a throw in. Ndidi. It will be. And the half-time whistle goes. We can review the first half.
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Here we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
James. That's good play. Bellingham, gently done. Kane! Kane! Bassi. Aim forwards. And here's Osimhen, out towards the flank. Over to the left. Foden with the clearance. And it's Ndidi. Aina. Now it's Iwobi. Out to the left it goes. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Iwobi. Ndidi. Now it's Chukwueze. Oh, what a climb! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
But couldn't steer it in. Osei Samuel, and it's played forward. Iwobi. And the shot's on here. Takes a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Rice. Gehi. James. Hall. Gehi shifted upfield. Bellingham. Osei Samuel gets over and intercepts. Bassam. Torunariga. Iwobi. And here's Osimhen and the shot!
Osimhen really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
James. That'll be a throw-in. James. Bellingham. James. Gehi.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Hall, now here's the delivery. Bellingham! Bellingham! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
James with the short one. Delivered with swing. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Rice. Nice physical challenge. Moved on forwards. Succumbs to the pressure. Foden played over towards the opposite flank. And that's put paid to a promising move. Here's Osimhen. Bellingham. James. Great run on the overlap here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he continually breaks the lines and gets himself into terrific positions.
Bellingham. Hall. Gordon. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Gordon is fouled. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Tries to get it clear.
England are more than happy to defend deep now. They've decided that it's not worth taking any more risks.
England, on the other hand, are left with no choice but to risk everything and to go for it. Played into the middle, and the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. James. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
was clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, he certainly got to the ball well enough, but the rest didn't quite come off for him.
Colwell gently done. That's the throw. Gordon. Oh, they could break here. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Caught offside that time. Foden. James. James drives forward on the overlap. Foden. Can he deliver? Turns and goes back. Bellingham! Oh, that was no routine save.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, he's been flattened there. Osimhen shifted upfield. Wins the duel this time. Now who's going to be first to this? Osimhen. Looking here to chip it through. And there's green grass ahead of him. That has been cut short. Pickford sends that a long way. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
England clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Chukwueze! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Yehi. And it goes cross-field. James, aim forwards. Bassi. Aynad. Aynad. It will be. And a chance! Time for changes on both sides, actually. Colwell getting this one clear. Chukwueze. Showing good feet. Aynad. Very nicely done. That is a brilliant interception. Foden. Ndidi. Oh, good spread. And reclaimed it in a trice. Lookman. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Osimhen! Well, that is rather wayward.
Well, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Now that's well seen too. Torunariga. Ndidi. Lookman. Foden, who's set up one goal so far. Moved on forwards. Bellingham. James. It's a lovely, neat pass. Nigeria disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now this could be a chance. And it's James. Looking for a decent ball in. Bellingham. Burn. Crunching tackle. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Torunariga. Ndidi. And it's played forward. Osimhen is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Burn. Yehi. Pickford. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Great defending, strong and determined. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's in a good position here.
Yehi?
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Osimhen. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Bellingham. Gordon. Over to the left. Ndidi. Osei Samuel. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Henderson producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Rice shifted upfield. So here comes the substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Into the channel. And it's Osei Samuel. Serves up across. Walker with the clearance. Foden. Now it's Gordon. And the pass is intercepted. Rice caresses it through. Oh, Red, nice interception. Ndidi. It's clean! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
What a mighty effort! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Chukwueze. Lookman. And here's Osimhen. Aina. Decent progress down the left. Nice control. So who's he picking out? That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Torunariga. Bassi. And it's Iwobi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Burn. Gehi. Burn. Now it's Gordon. Now it's Kane. And he's searching through. Now it's Gordon. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Aina. Lookman. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Aina. That's a good run down the left. There's the delivery. Decent chance! That's really well cleared. And that will be the final act. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your reflections then, Jim?
It's a poor result. They offered very little goal threat, and it's the kind of unproductive performance that can drain confidence pretty quickly. At the business end, they just can't close a deal.
So that's it from us. Many thanks go to Jim Beglin.